Take a deep breath, relax into your chair. Open the palms of your hand and accept the wisdom, the love, the grace, the energy that is present today. And as you draw in a deep breath and hold it for a moment, we'll gather the stress, the fear, and anxiety and exhale that out. Another breath in and exhale that out. And for a moment, draw attention to your feet, feeling the pulsation of the bottoms of your feet as they connect to Mother Earth, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Feeling the tingling in the bottoms of your feet. Allow that energy to move up in through your legs and upward. Feeling the heat from the lava beds, the coolness from the underground streams, the connection to the root systems, Mother Earth, and the critters that are beneath, feeding and giving you energy. Moving that energy upward into your hips, relaxing there, into the belly, and into the heart, and holding this energy here, creating that space for love and divine energy. Now we take our thoughts upward to the universe, the connection that we have to the Almighty, the universe, the star systems, and we bring that energy down. We pull that energy down into the top of our heads, feeling it move down the back of our necks, our throats, behind the eyes, through the voice, the throat, and it meets in the chest area. And we hold this energy here, breathing it in, exhaling it out, knowing that at any time we have connection to what is beneath us and to what is beyond us. And we celebrate the beings that we are, the containers that we have, that we can hold this energy, and we also have the ability to share this energy. Take a deep breath, and for a moment, as you exhale, send this energy out into the healing of the world and to those loved ones around you. Aho.
At this time of emerging life, let's sing together the rose.
What a perfect song. Because also today I brought seeds for everyone. It's spring, right? So welcome everyone. And I am in deep gratitude for all of you to be here and that I have been asked to be here. We're so very ready for spring, right? We have cabin fever. I mean, that's what Minnesotans are known for, is we have cabin fever. How many of you have been looking at your seed books? You've been plotting your gardens. We've been waiting for this. We've been hibernating all winter, and as the song says, there's a lot that happens under the earth. The earth is not fully dormant. I looked out at my lawn, I have all these tracks going on with the mice and stuff, you know, the voles digging little tunnels. So life doesn't stop. And we think back to what has winter shown us. Winter in the cycle is that time for rest, hibernation, planning. It's about looking at our successes of the past And then we begin to think what our successes are going to be of the future. So spring, we can plant those seeds, those intents. We can set that intent. What is this year going to be for me? And in that spring, we connect with the fertility of earth, and that's the symbolism of the seeds, is because spring offers that fertile space for us to create. So I ask, what has winter shown us? And sometimes we look in the past and we linger there. And sometimes we look in the future and we linger there. And today I offer you just the space to linger here, to be in this moment right now where you are in this place of gratitude. Winter makes us slow down, hunker down, kind of, hibernate, those types of things. Now we have this other global thing that's creating that same sort of environment. It's making us slow down, hunker down. So it's showing us something. And everything has an energy. Everything has an energy, right? In springtime, we look forward to the springtime energy because it's joy and it's happiness and it's getting out and rejuvenating and playtime. I was out yesterday and was amazed at how many people are out. They're bundled up, they're walking their dogs, but they're outside enjoying the sun, and that's what spring is. But again, we've been dealt something new this spring, and I couldn't stand up here this morning and not address this COVID-19 and what this might be for us, and honoring it. Everything is energy. Even this virus is energy. Everything is energy. And so if we honor it, and I know it's hard to say, how in the heck can we honor this? But it's showing us something, right? This week, I was sitting last night and I'm like, what did I learn this last week that I really didn't want to learn, right? Flattening the curve, right? Social distancing and what that is, the definition and the appropriate distance. This morning, watching people reach out to want to hug or handshake, we're learning how to connect differently. How long it effectively takes for us to wash our hands, and a list of songs to sing while we do that. Were those things that you thought you were going to learn? How far a sneeze can travel. And did you know the average person touches their face 23 times an hour? These are things that I didn't intend to know, and I'm a scientist by nature. I went to school for information technology. These are things that we learn that we don't want to learn, or we never thought we'd have to learn. And that's where we are right now, is we're learning things we didn't intend to learn. The universe is always giving us this opportunity to learn. And in springtime, it's a perfect opportunity for us to set our intents as to what we want to learn, but also to be very aware of what is the universe wanting us to learn. And this global thing, some predicted it, some warned us, but no one expected it to show up this way. So it's leaving us really unsettled. And that unsureness, because our human brains are designed to figure out problems, right? We don't sit idle. And in this spring, this time of new beginnings, I'm reminded about a Native American story about two wolves. Many of you have probably heard this story. There's the black wolf, and symbolizes anger and fear. And then there's the white wolf that symbolizes love and peace. And the story goes that these wolves begin to fight. And the elders are around and they are wondering who is going to win this fight between the black wolf and the white wolf. And one of the elders stands up and he says, well, whatever wolf is fed is going to win the battle. And so we remember that story now is whatever we feed right now can win the battle. And so do you want to feed your fear? And I want to be realistic, because this activity that we're in right now, this virus, is triggering us. It is going to launch us more into a higher consciousness than ever before, because it's triggering our deepest fears. Let's talk about that for a minute. It's triggering our fears about financial security, about our health, about the futures of our jobs and our careers, the futures of our children and the generations that come forward. It's triggering our deepest, deepest fears, and it's challenging us. And at a time of quarantine, it's really a time where we need to come together and support each other. And through technology, we will figure out other ways to connect, right? Social media. I did a Zoom event on Friday night where I was live. I'm normally live in a building, but I did it online. And we will use technology to figure out different ways to connect and to support each other. Did anyone catch the news this morning about some of the things that are happening around the globe? Toronto has isolated the virus, which means that we're closer to defining how to quarantine it and its factors. So this virus is going to bring us together. The timing is not odd that it's in spring and new beginnings. It's not. It's right on time. And the question that many of us have is, what is your choice going to be? Is your choice going to be looking at where you are and being stuck in the past and hanging on to maybe some of those things that didn't work? Many companies are diminishing their strict rules about sick time. So there's changes happening, and I think we get to celebrate some of those changes and talk about those changes. So right now, please don't let fear be your biggest block. Let your love, your heart, let that be your biggest source of energy. So when it stirs up, and we think about how do we support, how do we learn different tools, how do we learn different ways of being, and we feel awkward in that, and again, I'll go back to the handshakes this morning. We feel that awkwardness in that. But I created a list, and I have a basket I'll put in the back at the end. These are some tips just to help you work through this stress and to help you move forward. Simple breathing. Deep breathing, slow inhale, hold it for a count of 5 and exhale. Remember your connection to source, okay? Being in gratitude naturally raises our vibration. Focusing on the things that you have and the things that you're doing right now is a natural uplift. Laughter, joy, happiness, that could be watching movies, it could be playing games or playing cards. How many of you have games in your home that have dust on them? It might be time to pull those out. This also stems that inner child. And that inner child needs to know right now we are okay. It's the adult in you telling the inner child in you that you are okay. Getting good sleep, 8+ hours. Good nutrition, staying away from sugars and processed foods, and also staying away from excessive alcohol. Vitamin D and C, and really watching for unproven supplements. We're gonna see a whole list of things that are supposed to help us, but just watch that they're proven supplements. Getting outside, even if it's to get the mail, walk the dog, but if you can, get outside at night and look up at the stars. Telling those around you that you're proud of them, that you love them. When you speak that, when you say, I'm so proud of you, I'm in such gratitude, you're mirroring that energy back to you, and we need that right now. So don't be afraid to use your voice to tell others they need to hear it, but you also need to hear it. Pick up a hobby or something you've always wanted to do, or something maybe you put away for a long time that you've wanted to do forever. Stay educated in current events, but shut off the media where you can, so you don't go down this rabbit hole. And on Friday, I asked people to not be reporters, meaning that on social media, it's easy to start sharing things that are unfounded. So let the reporting happen naturally. And plant your seeds. Let's talk about this. Plant your seeds. Take a packet or a couple packets of seeds home with you today. And as you put them in dirt, and you might want to put them outside and it's not ready yet, but if you have a pot of dirt, what I do in my home is I have dirt. I actually write out my intents. What do I want spring to be for me? What do I want this love to be? And I just tuck it in the side of the pot, in the dirt on the side of the potter, and I plant the seeds and I watch them grow. And then when summer comes, I transplant them into a bigger pot. So I always am looking at those seeds. I'm always looking at that pot. I know that my intents are planted in Mother Earth and are growing. All right. Any questions this morning? No. Otherwise, my heart to you all, thank you.